Hello, and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Saturday, October 10th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I make these daily videos so we can all stay on our purpose-driven path, living one day at a time, doing our best to really practice self-care, especially doing our own work before we try and help anybody else. So if this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. All the information about me is down below in that dibbly-doo box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website, or you could email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Okay, today I'm working with a fan favorite, the Gregory Scott Tarot. Hey, I apologize. I can't really lower my light. I'll do my best, but I got a new light wheel coming soon. See, it goes all stroby. Anyway, so I don't want you to have a seizure. So anyway, Gregory Scott, info down below. All right. What an interesting reading we have today. Our first card is the Seven of Swords. Now, look at this guy. He's got his cloak on. He has a couple of concealed swords in his cloak, and it looks like he's carrying swords. Do you see how they're over here? But then, of course, there are swords behind him. So he's armed, right? And do you see what he's holding as he's hiding away? It's his diamond. It's his gem. It's emitting light. He's covering it up. And now, okay, I'm hearing some of you say, what, I'm supposed to hide? I don't want to not be who I am, right? That's what we're doing now in 2020. We're all stepping into being who we are. But some of us, might be emitting a lot of light, and energetically there are a lot of people suffering and very upset, and when they witness the light, it makes them angry. So that's the first big message that's coming up with this card. But the other thing I'm really hearing is, because that looks like a diamond, a big one, I'm hearing clearly, protect your assets. Like, really make sure you're being safe and secure with your assets, okay? So like if we were in a private reading, I'd say to you, there are 3 different meanings for this card, so you're going to take whichever one feels the most correct. Well, if we're working together, whatever. Okay, the other thing that's really coming clear is that this idea, this new way you want to venture forward, whatever it is, it might be with who you are creatively, work has been coming up. Let's say you're getting a great idea, or you have an invention, something that's like an invention, or your baby, or you're writing a paper, or you're working on a book, whatever that gem is to you. You're switching from watercolor to acrylics, whatever that is that's happening for you, protect it, keep it undercover. Just, it looks menacing and kind of scary out there in the middle of the night, and you might need to take your idea and kind of whisk it away to another venue. Let's say you had an old website, you just got to let that puppy die and start fresh. Wait, but yeah, wait. Spirit's saying, wait, whisk it away. Make sure you're safe first. Safety first. Whew. Boy, that was a big one coming through. Yeah, I'm listening. Spirit's saying, like, it's not about hiding your light, but it's important to remember that, let's say energetically, I got to take a sip of water. I don't want to stop. So let's say energetically you are, you're in a dark place. Let's say you've been sitting in darkness. Let's imagine spiritually you have been in solitary confinement, and with just a very minimal amount of food and, like very minimal human contact, and you've been in a dark, isolated place. And then when the light comes in, right, it's going to be really like someone throwing on the lights in the middle of the night. Like, it's painful if you're not prepared. Like, ow, your pupils are going to dilate, and you're not even going to be able to take it. What is it, right? It's going to be so bright. So you have to remember that when we are light workers and we're working our work, doing our inner work, so that we're feeding our light, we're doing our meditation, we're doing our movement, we're eating, we're listening to things that make us feel good, we are consciously aware of the energy that we're emitting out in the world, then we can turn it over to God, Spirit, the universe, your higher power, whatever word that works for you. Turn that energy over so that it reaches who it needs to reach. And it's not too overwhelming. You know, that's on them. They might need to cover up, but you might need to protect yourself, protect your light. Make sure that I have a friend, one of my soul sisters, who puts people in bunny suits when they're going through difficult periods. Like, just protect that inner self, like really making sure you're safe. Who is it? There's one, Braca Goldman. I love her. Goldsmith? Gold. She's awesome. She's a YouTuber. She talks to the Pleiadians. She's a painter and artist, and she always has a teddy bear with her. She's like, protect Teddy is one of the things she says. Like, find that inner child, that inner light of yourself, protect it, take care of you first, make sure you're covered. You don't need to suffer. All right, because we just have, let's move on. Next card is the Six of Wands, right? So this is like, hooray, this is a victory card. This is like that perseverance. Maybe you're just running with the wrong crowd. Oh, if you're chasing your addictions, this came hanging over above. I was like, Spirit, make it clear. If you're chasing an addiction or working on your stuff or giving up sugar or alcohol or drugs or toxic people or coming out of abusive relationships, this is saying you're going to be victorious, but you got to go in the quick of the night. You've got to protect yourself. You got to pull away. Like, if you quit drinking, you can't really always hang out with your drinking friends. Some people can, maybe after time or whatever, till they find their balance. But it is finding you're going to be victorious. Things are still changing. We're still in the in-between times. You know, we don't know what's going to happen to this beautiful planet. We don't know. But I'm getting it's going to be a victorious thing for you. Now, here's something, too, is that with some people are doing really well with this isolation, of having their own space, of being able to create a new routine, a new way of working, a new way of life. And those that are suffering are really might, you know, anyway, whatever. Just know what your gem is. Know where your assets are. Pull your money out of the stock market. Yeah, I say those sorts of things sometimes. Yeah, when I get clear hits, you should have seen me in the 90s. Oh my God, I didn't believe that I was really divinely called to pick stocks. I pulled out. I don't play the stock market anymore. But back in the day, in the 90s, I did. And I would do these channelings, and I would get information about what stocks to buy and how to buy them, how much and whatever. And I did this whole faux account while all my friends got really rich. I would have been rich too. But anyway, it's just when I hear pull out, you got to pull out. Take that as you will. All right. This is about you being victorious. Your vision is coming. Good news is coming. Opportunity coming. Good things are coming. This is a wand. So this is like, you know, we're still doing some crazy things astrologically, and we're getting ready to go into another Mercury retrograde. Happens next on October 14th, I'm pretty sure, until the day of the election or the day after. Yippee. All right, just hang on. Hide your light if you have to, but hold on. Victory is coming, because our final tarot card today is this Nine of Cups again. And here she is expecting good news. She's expectant. She's distanced from all of her family. This is a nine, but they're Nine of Cups. But look at 1, 2, 3, 4 people are there, and the sweetheart of a dog. So it's like fireworks are coming. Like, it's coming. You've just got to hold steady. We're still in gestation. We're not there yet. Hold on to that vision. Yes, use your vision, your inspiration, your you know, if you've got to keep it a secret that you have a joyful outcome for all of us, that's okay too. Some people are really still at war, so you've got to hang on to the fireworks are coming soon. Don't give up. good news, positive outcomes, loyalty with that little dog there, new growth. This baby is all about like really just embracing the new life that you are creating for yourself. You're creating it for you. This is your life. You get to decide who you are. So make sure if you're in any sort of abusive relationship and you have to hide yourself out and steal away in the middle of the night, get help, get support. Don't do it alone. All right, our final card today is from the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck. You know I love her. She's incredible. Check her out. We have this beautiful grounding card. Let me tell you what I love about this card. First, we have the Seven of Swords, which is the air sign, this is something, might be an inside job, something we have to visualize in our head, how we're going to protect ourselves. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is the fire signs, right? Which is about action and positive action coming and positive momentum forward, creative thought. Then we have the Nine of Cups, and this is about that emotional experience, right? That watery side of ourselves, that integrating that emotional part of us. And here we have the grounding card, which is like the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo card, all about being in the earth, like bringing in all of these elements so that we can be complete, not out of our body, but being grounded when we make our decisions, when we stay present, when we celebrate. It says, go deep, explore your roots. Go deep. Look at these beautiful autumn colors that are here. Get outside if you can. Hug a tree. I know she's reading a book under a tree, perhaps looking into the history of her story, or what are our roots. If this is something political you're feeling or going through, experiencing, waiting for a new birthing, go into that history of, let's just say, of womanhood, of being a woman in this country, or being a minority, or any sort of history of how our country came to be. Find the roots, go to the roots. So where are your deepest roots? This absolutely can be in nature. I firmly believe if you can't get out into nature, if you're in an urban environment, kind of stuck for whatever reason, visualize yourself or put on a video that just has images of forest, if that brings you peace, or the ocean, or whatever. This is really saying the trees, they want your feet in the dirt. That's what I'm hearing. Metaphorically, just so that you stay grounded as you're moving forward. What an exciting day. It's a nice day to get outside, so I hope you're able to find your inner balance. All right, my dear, that's our reading for today. If you're one of my new subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. And if you've just recently made a contribution or a donation to my PayPal account, I appreciate that too. You know, we're just in such a strange times, and as we help each other, it's just a really beautiful thing. So I'm hoping that I'm supporting you, and I hope that you can support me too, just a little. It doesn't, whatever. All right, my dear, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.